What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Damn, That's Awesome, the show where we look at scenes from my favorite TV shows and movies, and the criteria for these scenes is really that they're just scenes that make you say, "Damn! That's awesome!" The scene that we're going to be looking at in this video is from one of most people's favorite workplace sitcoms, The Office. There are a ton of great moments throughout the 9-season run of The Office, but after a recent rewatch of the series, there's one scene that continues to stick out in my mind.
That's what she said! Come on.
I assume that most of you have seen the show at this point, but if you've been living under a rock for the last 10 years, this video does contain spoilers. I encourage you to go watch this series in order so that you understand the full context of everything in this video. Michael Scott, the lovable and sometimes cringe-inducing boss of Dunder Mifflin Scranton, is usually portrayed as someone who doesn't seem to be qualified for the job that he holds.
Why don't you explain this to me like I am an 8-year-old?
Most episodes have him acting as a distraction to the rest of the people in the office rather than someone that's supposed to lead them.
When do people work?
Well, we find little times during the day.
Someone who's watching the show for the first time will often wonder how the hell he got this job in the first place.
He doesn't act like a boss at all. If I had a boss like that, we'd never get anything done.
Throughout the series, we are shown glimpses of his sales ability, like in Season 2 when he closes the big deal with Jan.
I guess I could give you guys our business, but you have to meet me halfway, okay? Because they're expecting me to make cuts.
Well, corporate's gonna go ballistic, but you think we could, Jan?
Or his ability to inspire his employees, like in Season 7, where he inspires Andy to close a sale.
All right, you have to close right now.
Yeah, I am getting to it.
No, you're not. You're getting past it. You have to close. Do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Andy, what's the problem?
It's hard for me. I'm a nice guy.
You know, Kelly and Creed, Kevin, they believe in you. Don't let them down. Don't let yourself down, Andy. I'm gonna go back in. I'm going to stall them for a little bit. I want you to get your head together, then come back in. I want you to close.
Who's gonna buy one right now?
I'll take one.
Yes! Awesome! All right. Anyone else? Sold! Anybody else? Yes! All right.
These glimpses into his abilities help show the audience that at the end of the day, he is the right man for the job. And you don't fully realize this until he's gone at the end of Season 7. However, there is one scene that, to me, exemplifies why Michael Scott is the boss, and it comes in Season 5, Episode 24, called Heavy Competition. In this episode, we are smack dab in the middle of the arc where Michael leaves Dunder Mifflin after feeling unappreciated and starts a rival paper company. In the beginning of the episode, Dwight is feeding Michael small clients to help keep his company afloat.
Oh, okay. It's tired, huh?
It's small, I know.
I really appreciate it.
Mainly because he doesn't like a lot of the changes that are being made by the new interim boss, Charles Minor.
Doesn't Charles know he's compromising my attack readiness? It's not a dress code. It's a death sentence.
Looking good.
Okay, thank you.
However, things quickly begin to change when Charles starts recognizing Dwight's hard work in a way that Michael rarely ever has.
I want to start giving you more responsibility. What do you say you and I go out for a drink this week?
Really?
Definitely.
It's firm.
And the next time that Michael calls Dwight for information, Dwight ends up betraying him to Charles, and this is where the storyline of this episode really picks up.
Michael, no. Let's be cool, okay?
You be cool.
Yes.
Michael's next move is to threaten Dwight by telling him he's going to take all of his clients, starting with his oldest and most important account.
I am going to come at you, and I'm going to come at you hard. I am going to steal all of your clients, and then I am going to kill them in front of you. Michael, I'm just getting hardcore.
Finally.
Yes, and hear me, Dwight, when I say I brought you into this world and I can take you out. Bill Cosby.
Now that the gloves are off, Dwight responds by calling for a fake truce.
I want a truce. I do too. Let me take you and your whole company out for lunch at Alfredo's.
He then breaks into Michael's office, steals all the stuff off of his desk, including the extremely important Rolodex, which Michael often uses to remember facts about clients and friends.
Yes. Wanted to ask, did Kathy ever make JV?
Look at that old dude and his Rolodex go.
When Michael finds out about Dwight's betrayal, it leads to the scene that is the subject of this video.
So you're begging for mercy, huh? Well, you will find none here.
Dwight, do you mind if we talk?
Sure. That would be fine.
If you keep coming after us, the Michael Scott Paper Company cannot succeed.
This is war, and that is what happens.
Oh, one more thing. I'm going to have you listen while I steal your biggest client.
Oh, no. No, 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 no.
Oh, wow.
Michael!
I'm
Michael!
taking you down right now.
Michael!
You can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Mr. Schofield's ready to see you now, Mr. Scott.
Great, Mr. Schofield's ready to see me. Thank you so much.
Don't let him in, he's a traitor! Michael!
Michael, good to see you.
Mr. Schofield, good to see you. And I'm closing the door.
Now, when Dwight tells you that he will keep prices steady for a year, I think he is speaking out of turn.
Really?
Yes. He does not have the authority to say that. I, on the other hand, am the president, the owner, and the founder.
It is like you are buying software from Bill Gates.
Are you saying you invented paper?
Oh, hello, Dwight.
Spin move! Ha-ha! April 13th, 2002.
Dwight, I'm in a meeting.
That's very rude.
I barged because I care. April 13th, 2002. That is the date when you tried to switch paper providers for an obscure sociology textbook, but were hung out to dry when the price of glossy stock increased.
Maybe we should schedule a meeting on another day.
Continuing. Notice my persistence and recall. Continuing. You called Dunder Mifflin, and your order was filled within an hour.
I'm going to pull a date out of the air right now. April 13th, 2002. That is the last day that you evaluated your paper needs. Is it not? We all know that the economy is bad, and bloated companies like Dunder Mifflin are going to fall by the wayside. 2 of their branches have closed within the last year. The Michael Scott Paper Company, however, has opened a new branch this very month.
What he's not telling you is that he will abandon you.
Why don't you guys just email me your best offers and we can finish
like
it up that way?
That sounds like a fantastic idea. I will see you this weekend for the Penguins. Box seats as usual.
Okay, sure.
Good. I will
Thank
see
you,
you.
Mr. Schofield, for your time. Much appreciated. Oh, and tell me, how's your gay son?
Excuse me?
I color code all my info. I wrote gay son in green. Green means go, so I know to go ahead and shut up about it. Orange means orange, you're glad you didn't bring it up. Most colors mean don't say it.
How is Tom, the homosexual sophomore?
It's very rare to see Michael be that ruthless of a salesman on this show, but it's great to see in this context. Dwight has continually shown that he thinks he's smarter than Michael, and he assumes that since he stole his Rolodex, he's won. He even shows this by the way he answers Michael's phone call.
So you're begging for mercy, huh? Well, you will find none here.
This scene proves that it's a huge mistake to underestimate Michael Scott,
Yeah, well, maybe next time you will estimate me.
and more importantly, it shows exactly why Michael is the best boss of Dunder Mifflin. I'm not just saying that because he makes a great sales pitch, but because of the 2 things that we learn from this scene. The first thing is that despite the fact that Dwight steals Michael's Rolodex, it doesn't affect Michael in the way that Dwight thought it would. In fact, it doesn't seem to have any negative effect at all. Michael knows that thing by heart and probably only needs it to refresh his memory from time to time. The second thing is that this person is supposed to be Dwight's main client, his oldest account.
I have a long relationship with HarperCollins Publishers and Mr. Schofield. I'm not worried.
You sound worried.
And yet, Michael knows more about the client, his family, and his business than Dwight could ever hope to know.
Hello, Daniel, how are you? I sure do. Yes.
Wanted to ask, did Kathy ever make JV?
This is illustrated at the end of the scene when Dwight uses info from the Rolodex incorrectly and most likely loses the sale.
Tell me, how's your gay son?
Excuse me?
If Michael has that much information about a client that isn't even really his, we can imagine that he has that level of information about every one of the people that buys paper from Dunder Mifflin. That level of commitment to the company and their clients is unmatched by any other person in the office, and it's why Michael is the best person to be the boss.
Best boss I ever had.
Now I want to hear from you. Which scene would you have picked from The Office? If you like this video, please leave a like and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.